Wemby wants to win like he wants to win. It's more than just the numbers and the highlights the show. It's the contagious energy he's bringing. That mindset, we see it from Stephon Castle. This Spurs team is walking into arenas every single night with the mindset that they're trying to win this basketball game. The San Antonio Spurs just drafted back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners. One is a 7'5" defensive cheat code from France. The other, a 6'6" perimeter menace with a non-stop motor. Together, they've already formed a two-way nightmare that's turning heads across the NBA. Since March 12th, 2005, another lob, another big finish. This isn't some distant projection. This isn't a give-it-time situation. It's happening right now, and the league has a serious problem. But to understand why, you have to understand the Spurs. Few franchises in NBA history have drafted as well as San Antonio. Their success isn't accidental, it's a pattern, one that reshaped the franchise and directly fueled championships in 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2004. The Spurs have consistently turned draft picks into pillars, whether selected at the very top or dud from the late rounds. Their approach emphasizes international scouting, patience, and elite player development, a formula that produced multiple dynasties. It started with David Robinson, selected first overall in 1987. The Admiral won Rookie of the Year, 2 championships, a DPOY, an MVP, and a Hall of Fame induction. Then came Tim Duncan, another 1 pick in 1990. The big fundamental anchored 5 titles, won 2 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, and retired as the Spurs' all-time leader in points, rebounds, and blocks. Another Hall of Famer, but San Antonio's draft dominance didn't stop at the top. In the early 2000s, they found gold outside the lottery. Tony Parker, last pick of the first round in 2001, and Manu Ginobili, 57th overall in 1999, joined Duncan to form the legendary Big Three. Both are Hall of Famers. That success carried into the 2010s with Kawhi Leonard, drafted 15th overall in 2011. He developed into a 2-time DPOY, the 2014 Finals MVP, and a central figure in San Antonio's 5th title. After the Duncan era, the draft remained their lifeline. Keldon Johnson, 29th in 2019. Devin Vassell, 11th in 2020. Jeremy Sochan, 9th in 2022. Building a young core while waiting for their next franchise-altering moment. That moment arrived in 2023. San Antonio won the ultimate lottery ticket and selected Victor Wembanyama first overall. The 7'5" phenom immediately lived up to the hype. Rookie of the Year, All-Defensive First Team, All-Star in his second season. Nicknames like the Alien came naturally. And then, somehow, the Spurs did it again. 1 year later, lottery luck struck once more. San Antonio moved up and selected Stephon Castle with the 4th pick, a combo guard, who quickly followed Wemby's lead by capturing the franchise's second straight Rookie of the Year. It didn't take long for the duo to make waves together. In November 2024, someone on X coined the nickname that immediately stuck. Inspired by their jersey numbers Area 51, Castle 5, Wemby 1, it's a no-fly zone. Area 51, of course, is the highly classified US Air Force Base, long associated with UFOs and aliens, which somehow makes the nickname even more perfect. Victor practically dunks from the three-point line. Stephon was runner-up in the 25 slam dunk contest. The fact that their jersey numbers combine to reference a place known for aerial activity, it feels scripted. The last time the Spurs hit this hard in the draft, they built a dynasty. So the question isn't whether this duo is special. The question is simple: is history about to repeat itself? There was never any doubt that Victor Wembanyama was one of the most talented prospects the NBA has ever seen. Through the early stages of his career, the third-year big man has done exactly what generational talents do: live up to the hype, then raise the bar. This season, Wemby has taken yet another leap, averaging nearly 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks per game, while posting the best field goal percentage of his young career. He's also made a noticeable adjustment to his shot profile, leaning into what pundits had been calling for, trading low-efficiency threes for more work at the rim. When you have physical tools no one else on the planet possesses, why wouldn't you? Still, as absurd as his offensive upside is, his true calling card remains defense. That's where he separates himself. His instincts, timing, and shot-blocking ability have already established him as the best rim protector in the NBA, and it isn't particularly close. His impact goes far beyond highlight blocks. His presence ranks among the league's best and helped propel the Spurs into the upper tier of NBA defenses when he's on the court. That defensive resurgence has made San Antonio a nightmare matchup, even while technically in a rebuild. The word unicorn gets thrown around a lot. Wemby earns it. His blend of size, athleticism, coordination, and defensive feel simply has no historical comparison. Since blocks were officially tracked, 1973-74, only 19 players have ever averaged at least 3-5 blocks per game. Wemby became the youngest to do it in 2023-24, 3.6 BBG. He followed that up last season by pushing that number to 3.8, leading the league in total blocks while playing just over half the season. The impact isn't just about volume. Wemby dramatically reduces both the number of shots opponents attempt at the rim and their efficiency when they do attack. That's where his real value lies. He's a defensive weapon that alters entire game plans. There's also a psychological element. With an 8-foot wingspan and a standing reach approaching 10 feet, most of his rejections come at the rim. Opponents often try to counter by adding extra arc, hoping to float over him. It doesn't work. Last season, Wemby led the NBA in blocks on shots taken more than 10 feet in the air. Boy's size, athleticism, anticipation, timing, instincts, it all adds up to the ultimate shot blocker. Watching teams play the Spurs, you can literally see guys drive into the paint and decide not to shoot. That alone tells you everything. He's affecting possessions without even recording a block. Wemby isn't just protecting the rim, he's redefining what a center looks like in today's NBA. And when you pair that kind of defensive force with a fellow recent Rookie of the Year, enter the 6'6" brick wall. Stephen Castle is our matchups personally. Ever since he stepped into the NBA, Victor Wembanyama has been the most terrifying player in the league to challenge at the rim. At 7'5", with an 8-foot wingspan, elite reflexes, and absurd timing, he's a defensive outlier, the kind of presence that changes how offenses function before the ball even crosses half court. Now, just 1 year later, the Spurs have added Stephen Castle, already one of the best young perimeter defenders in the NBA. Castle has been thrown straight into the fire, tasked with guarding elite shot creators night after night, Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Stephen Curry. And he hasn't looked overwhelmed once. This is why the Area 51 nickname is so perfect. Together, they turn the half of the floor they defend into a no-fly zone. Wander there without a plan, and you're probably not coming back out. Last season, San Antonio finished with the 21st ranked defense in the NBA. This year, when both Wemby and Castle are on the floor for a full game, the Spurs rank inside the top 10. Wemby is obviously the centerpiece, but league-wide attention is shifting toward Castle too. Both players won Rookie of the Year in consecutive seasons, making San Antonio just the second franchise since 1975 to produce back-to-back winners. While the award is often framed through offense, Castle has been clear about what truly separates them. We both take pride in being two-way players. Our identity on this team is defense, and I feel like we are the heads of that. How many pick and rolls we guard together, how many times we have to read off each other's guy, how much I have to help him rebound, just all those little things on that side of the floor make it so much more important for us as a team. Offensively, Castle's sophomore leap has been fueled by his downhill pressure. He's attacking the rim with confidence, finishing through contact, and drawing free throws at a high rate, all while expanding his responsibilities. At the same time, Wemby has reshaped his offensive profile, cutting back on low-efficiency threes for higher percentage looks inside, drawing more fouls, and pushing his scoring average up. With both players taking a major step forward, San Antonio has every reason to be thrilled with what Area 51 is becoming. The Spurs' early season success isn't accidental. It's directly tied to Wemby and Castle leveling up together, transforming a rebuild into something that suddenly looks a lot more dangerous. After spending much of early 25 working back from a blood clot scare, Wemby declared in late September, "Nobody has trained like I did this summer." What he didn't reveal was how much of that summer included one-on-one work, with Castle obsessing over details, chemistry, and defensive reads that now show up every night. At the Spurs practice facility, the two spent countless hours watching film, then walking through those same possessions on the court. When they learned De'Aaron Fox would miss early season time with a hamstring injury, that chemistry became even more essential to a fast start. No, it hasn't been flawless, but the growth is undeniable. For a duo in its first full season together, the progress has been rapid and frankly a little scary. The Spurs aren't rebuilding, they're reloading, and the rest of the Nemba, they've got a Victor Wembanyama and Stefan Castle problem. Are we watching the foundation of the Spurs' next dynasty? Or does this team still need another piece before it's real? Sound off in the comments. And if you want in-depth Spurs and NBA breakdowns all season long, hit subscribe and ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.